I realized I never went over what happened with the car accident my husband was in March. For some reason, my brain also is saying February, but it was March 9th. And I know for me, March feels forever ago, feels like a lifetime ago. But I thought I would go over what happened. If you're new here, my husband got in a car accident on our 13th wedding anniversary while I had the flu. And he had just been in a car accident that totaled our previous car the January or February of last year. So we weren't even done paying off the car we got that had gotten into the car accident. It was our 2026 goal to pay it off, and we were almost there. And he, in both accidents, were when he was like 5 minutes away from work. He's a teacher. He was 5 minutes away, so of course, the time of morning is chaotic. And this part of town and city he was in, they're just not the best drivers. Not that Florida drivers are known for being great, but it's like bumper cars out there. But and then when you add in a roundabout, it's just a recipe for disaster. The route he takes involves a roundabout, and he and I are so cautious with roundabouts because in Florida, roundabouts are just like a slingshot of fun for cars and drivers. Nobody understands the yields and the right-of-ways and just looking to see if there's a car going. Excuse me, I just took a drink of soda. My 1 can of soda a day. So early, gosh, let's see if he has to, it was probably maybe a little after 7, if that. And he is going to go make a right onto the roundabout. And he looked both ways, looked all over, and there were no cars. And he makes a right. And then suddenly, this 1989 Lexus comes barreling out and careens next to him, to which then my husband is like shoved and he loses control because he's going the speed limit of the roundabout while this Lexus was speeding around the roundabout. And so then my husband jumps the center of the median, which is grassy, and hits the yield sign and lands on top of the median center, and somehow is able just to open the door and walk out. Thank goodness. Most of the damage was taken on the driver's side when he was careened into, and then the front when he jumped the roundabout center and hit the sign. And then the back of that Lexus or the side of the Lexus and the back of the Lexus was involved in the accident. And when my husband gets out of the car and stumbles towards the roundabout roadway, and the driver of the Lexus goes, "Where did you come from?" And my husband was like, "I'd been already on the road. You are the one who went past me." So there was a severe unawareness on the Lexus driver's part, to which we later found he was in a rush to get to his son. He was trying to pick up his son to take him somewhere, and the driver was a snowbird, and his son is not as if it's a student. It's a fully grown adult who just needed to get somewhere. But yeah. And after the little, "Where'd you come from?" like, they were then, cordial and nice to each other, and just being both so thankful that, they were both okay. But my husband knew as soon as he looked at our car, it would be totaled. Because in Florida, if a car is older than 10 years, no matter how many miles and everything, it just gets a totaled status, unfortunately. And he knew, okay, this car's totaled. So when he texted me, he was like, I was in another accident. Like, I'm in an accident. And the first accident, it was a part of a road rage incident that somebody was against him. So it was, I'm paranoid of him going to work and driving in rush hour. And when I was postpartum with my daughter, one of my postpartum depression fears was him getting in a car accident, and I'm left a widow. So these two accidents in the span of a year have messed with my brain. And also, I mean, going back, he was in a car accident 2 weeks before our wedding. He was a sandwich in rear ending. So, yeah. But anyway, back to this last one. So he called me and explained what happened, and, you know, waiting for police and police reports. And he was able to drive the car into like a shopping center to then arrange being towed. And then, you know, impounded at the collision place, who would determine if it is totaled or not, even though we already knew. It was an all-day thing. It was all day. Even though the accident was at, 7 in the morning, he didn't get home until late evening, waiting on the tow company and all the phone calls with the insurance company and the blah, blah, blah. So, and then arranging the rental car. And our insurance is, once a car has been declared total, we have the rental for 7 days for free. So it's kind of like, you kind of want the company to take a while to declare it total so you can just have more time with your rental and live your life. And they declared it totaled within 24 hours. So once, mind you, I'm in bed with the flu on our anniversary, hearing all of this happen, that, that was a lot to take in. But once I understood he was fine, I was on the car dealership websites because I knew we needed to get a new car. And I was doing math in my brain of how to make things work. And I prefer a certain car dealership near me because they don't do dealership fees, and the prices of their used cars are in line with other dealerships who do dealership fees that crazily inflate the price of a car. And while we are Toyota Highlander lovers, those cars are expensive, even used. It was a miracle we found this last car that was totaled, because we had a 2006 Toyota Highlander Sport, and then we miraculously were able to get a 2012 Toyota Highlander limited edition. And I knew we would not be so lucky to find it a third time, but I was able to find an Acura, which is like a luxury Honda, and like number 2 to a Highlander in terms of, safety. And if things get the seal of approval from my mechanic of nearly 20 years, then I have full faith in the vehicle. So, we got it looked at by the mechanic, and the mechanic, it has new brakes, it has new tires, it got new windshield wipers. The biggest thing is that it's not in perfect condition. That doesn't mean like the bumper's falling off, but there are scratches, and it's not pristine interior, and that's why it was priced as it was, and that's okay, because it runs, and that's fine. So with the insurance payout from our car, I will be upfront, we got nearly back 100% what the car was when we bought it, like the total. Highlanders are just worth a lot of money, and that was so fortunate. We were able to pay off the car loan and have money left over to put towards the Acura. And then we had to wipe some of our savings out because we did not want a car payment. We didn't feel that was smart to do right now with how things are. And literally the day after we got the car, that's when the gas prices started to go up. So, yeah. So we don't have a car payment now. Instead, we're refocusing on replenishing our savings. And yeah, so now we have a 2008, is it a 2008 or 2010? 8 or 10? I don't remember offhand. It's terrible. Let me see if I can find it. 2011. The 2011 Acura MDX. So it's a smidge smaller than the Highlander, not by much. Gets 4 miles to the gallon less, which I don't think we would have felt so much if the gas prices didn't go up as they did. And yeah, that's what we got. And we named her Rose because she is like a speckled burgundy. So yeah, that was that. Florida drivers. It's just great. Alrighty, well that was that story. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.